Yeah. So hello everyone. Welcome to today's video. This is Shanmugaraj. So as I committed earlier, I'm planning to produce useful videos on project management and feedback series and videos on agile series as well as on leadership series. Today we're going to have another new beginning, first video on my leadership series. The topic of today is the benefits realization management, and we're going to talk about BRM in upcoming few videos as well. They essentially I am taking input from PMI BRM practice guide. So let's begin with the background of the evolution of BRM as a methodology. Delivering value through BRM can be tracked back to logical framework approach developed in 1969 for the US Agency for International Development Projects. Right? In 1969, US Agency was working on several international development projects. They are using an approach called logical framework approach. LFA is a methodology mainly used for designing, monitoring, and evaluating international development projects. So they want to understand the development project, how it is getting benefited, what is the return on investment using LFA. In private sector, BRM arose in IT industry about 30 years ago, and also it's been highly adopted in every other industries as well. One of the significant drivers adaptation of benefits realization management. PMI talks about three important drivers. The first one is increased business focus on ability to accommodate rapid change. Right, we're talking about even in agile videos. We talked about business agility as one of the ability to accommodate, ability to respond to the market changes. Right, agile also one of the results of BRM. I would say that. Right. So in recent years, in a recent decade, I would say that there is a lot of increased business focus to accommodate the market changes. The second significant driver is new and evolving benefit management approaches to deliver planned outcomes and benefits that derive value. Right? There are a lot of BRM approaches where evolving to understand benefit realization. Is the portfolio or program is producing a expected business outcomes and benefits that's specifically in terms of value, right? A long-standing need to link outputs of portfolios, program and projects to results and benefits, right? There was a significant need to link your project portfolio executions to its results, benefits, the value it's producing to the intended community or the users or the sponsors. That's very, very important. So whatever the project you are executing, you are building a metro rail, you are building a national highways, whether it is producing intended benefits like reducing a traffic, reducing a travel time, that's a value addition you are bringing to the uh, public, right? What is the need for a BRM? Why it is? BRM as a concept and an approach has been evolved for the last 30 years, more than 30 years. There was a gap in appropriate tracking from a plan to actual realization of the benefits. Right? So, in earlier days, people had failed to track appropriately to identify what is the planned benefit and what is the actual benefits. So, BRM is an approach used to close that gap by aligning portfolios and programs to the organization's overarching strategies. Right? BRM is the approach which helps the organization to appropriately track planned and actual realizations. So, according to the survey conducted by PMI in its 2018 Pulse of Professional report, less than 1% of the companies have very high maturity in their value delivery capabilities. Only 31% of organizations are prioritizing the development of comprehensive value delivery capability. Right? The average percentage of projects that met original goals or a business outcome was 78% for a mature organization and 56% for immature organizations. So there's a lot of opportunities, right? More than around 50% of opportunity to fill the gap. That was one of the biggest need of evolution of BRM. Before we get into BRM, you need to understand the benefits value equation, right? The benefit value equation is nothing but value is equal to benefits minus cost. Benefits less cost. Say for example, let's say we are building a new website with an AI engine has been created to have a better customer experience. So you are using an AI engine in your website to have a better customer experience. So how do you analyze the benefits and value here? What is the benefit? You are expecting a better customer experience, which is an intangible benefit. You might have, for developing this particular website using an AI algorithm, you would have incurred, 6 to 12 months of your efforts. You would have incurred resources, cost on implementing them, right? What is the value it producing is due to implementation of this AI engine in your website, there might be an increased sales to the website. Right? In terms of monetary terms, value nothing but your increased sales, the revenue of investment or return on investment, I would say that. The delta between the sales because of this initiative and before that, right? So monetary value will be there, right? You would have sales would have increased by $50 million. So realized benefits nothing but $50 million minus, let's say you're putting $30 million as a cost. So the benefit realization is $20 million, right? So you need to understand the difference between the benefits and value, right? The benefit may be customer experience. The actual value is produced as increase in sales, right? So if you subtract cost from the value you got, that's called benefits. Let's understand the focus areas for implementing BRM. Right? If at all I want to implement benefits realization management in my organization, as a leader, what are the areas I would like to focus? right? So I would like to manage my portfolios and programs based on my planned strategic outcome and benefits. You need to prioritize and you need to logically sequence your execution of the projects based on the strategic outcomes. You should be able to prioritize on a highest value basis. And recognizing the extent of organizational change management required if the BRM to be implemented. Definitely organization will undergo for a change management process when you implement a new approaches and process. And creating an environment for a regular dialogue to secure alignment, assess progress, and course correct right from the start of each initiative among top level executives, organizational owners, senior end users, appropriate portfolio and program and project managers. So you need to create an environment, you need to foster an environment to have a continuous dialogue, to have an alignment and assess, monitoring and controlling that implementation across leadership layers. And then you should be able to build, establish a right condition for success, setting an expectation regarding the key principles of PRM. So everybody should know the key principles of benefits realization management. You should establish the supporting behaviors for those principles and fostering a value-oriented environment, having a rights portfolio and program project managers in place, along with senior level leadership committed to the doing BRM well, right? So these are the focus areas when you about to start implementing the BRM, right? So in my future videos of this BRM leadership series, you're going to cover these three areas as PMI BRM practice guide covers these three areas. They are BRM and organizational context, BRM framework overview, and guidance for portfolio and program and project managers in a BRM context. So basically we're going to understand how BRM sits in an organizational context and what is the BRM approach and what is the principles and practices as part of framework is going to give to us, and the guidance for the leaders in a BRM context, right? So these are the area of coverage or content being covered in BRM practice guide we are going to discuss in my upcoming future videos. Hope you got a wonderful brief idea about what is benefit realization management, why we need it, what are the drivers and background of BRM, and we understood benefit value equation, and we understood what are my focus areas to get into BRM implementations, and the topics are going to cover as part of this BRM leadership series, right? So with that, we have come to the conclusion of this particular video. Hope you got a beautiful idea on a brief overview on BRM and its benefits. I'll be reaching you with further videos from my side on BRMs. Looking forward to that. So hope you like this video. You can look forward many more videos like this on BRM as well as other leadership areas. Okay, so thanks a lot for listening. I would like to understand the areas of improvement and new ideas from your side I would like to implement for the betterment of my delivery as well as the content. right? So thanks a lot. Bye bye.